What's up guys, it's Celeste, and today I'm doing kind of a mailbag sort of thing because I got a message about a week ago and I'm just now getting around to it, but I got a message regarding my 2016 recap video that I made. In that video, I talked about how good it was after I came out that now when I meet new people, I am able to be out as non-binary. I'm going to read kind of an excerpt of the message. I don't want to read the whole thing because it's a little bit long, and also I don't know how comfortable this person is with me sharing their specific words, but basically, I was interested in what you said about being able to be out as non-binary to new people you meet. I wondered how you do that. I don't know how to introduce myself in a way that makes it clear I'm non-binary, especially because most people around here haven't even heard of non-binary genders. I'd love to educate people, and even more, I'd love for people not to misgender me, but I don't know how to drop it into the conversation. So really what I meant by that was not necessarily that when I meet somebody new that they are immediately able to tell I'm non-binary. That probably never happens. Like pretty much everybody I meet almost definitely assumes that I'm cis female because I am read that way by like 100% of people essentially. But I guess before I felt like when I was in the closet I was kind of semi-actively portraying myself as cis female. Again, I didn't like go around telling everybody that I was female, but I allowed people to assume that, and A, didn't correct them, and B, didn't have anything out there that would contradict that or would give question to people assuming that. So I'm probably not the best person to give advice about what happens when you meet new people because I don't meet new people that often in normal situations. Typically, like the main places that I meet new people are online and at conventions and occasionally other places. For example, I've met several people recently through this group that I've joined that is a group for trans and gender non-conforming people. So obviously that situation's a little bit different. Like at the beginning of the meetings, you like can tell people what your identity is and what your pronouns are and things like that. So obviously that makes it a million times easier. For the other two, as far as online, I mean, the easiest thing to do is to put something in your profile about either your specific identity or your pronouns or something like that. On Facebook, you can actually enter your gender in the form that they have on there. The problem with that though is that most people probably don't go that deep into other people's Facebook profiles. They tend to go like to the front page and whatever's in that little box that's like the main about me box is probably what they're gonna see. So I actually haven't done this yet, but I've been thinking about adding into that on mine, like some just little line about my identity and pronouns and stuff like that, just to kind of simplify things. But like on Instagram, I have it where it has my identity and I think it has my pronouns on there. I can't remember. I redid it a few days ago and I was having trouble fitting everything into it, so I might have taken out the pronouns. But anyway, you can do that anywhere you want. Obviously, if people don't even know that non-binary genders are a thing, you're going to run into, I mean, they're not going to just understand by you saying my pronouns are they, them, or I'm non-binary or something like that. So it's going to take a little bit more education, but even if they don't know what it is, I think putting it out there can help sort of just introduce it as a topic or like as a fact about you. Like even if they don't understand what it means, they'll then have it in their mind. So either you can bring it up again with them later, or it'll come up in conversation or something like that, and they'll have some foundation for that being something about you, as opposed to how I did it before where I like just kept everything, like let everybody just assume everything, didn't have anything else there to give any new information. That didn't really work for me because like I said, everybody assumes that I'm cis female, everybody assumes that I'm straight. So I've tried to just like introduce little bits of like something else that people can look to kind of open their minds a little bit, even if they don't quite understand it. And then as far as bringing it up, I mean, online, like you can bring it up just straight up, like if you're talking on your Facebook or wherever you do online stuff, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, wherever, you know, if it's something that's going on with you that's related to that, you can bring it up, or you can just say like, I identify as non-binary and my pronouns are such and such, like whatever. For me, I started bringing stuff up on Facebook even before I came out. Like I would reblog stuff or reshare, whatever they call it on Facebook, stuff that was related to it. Obviously people didn't know that it was about me, but it helped me to kind of start educating people or start like laying some foundation for this is something that is important to me and that I understand and want to share information about so that you'll understand it. So I don't know, just doing that kind of stuff. For conventions, for me, the main way that I meet people at conventions is through other people that I already know. So again, before, when I was in the closet and when everybody thought that Jason and I were a romantic couple, if I went to a convention, then the people that were there that already knew me would assume that was how we wanted to portray ourselves because they assumed that that was the truth. And so they would like introduce us like, oh, this is Jason and his wife Celeste or something like that. And so now that we are out and that people understand that that's not how our relationship really is, it's helped a little bit because I think like just going into a new situation with new people, but also people that you already know, like if the people you already know have some foundation for who you are and how you identify and stuff, then they can kind of help facilitate like introducing you to somebody else, or like even if you do it yourself, like them being there and knowing who you are can kind of like, I don't know, it's just kind of like a support to have them there. But as far as meeting new people with nobody there that you have like introducing you to them, one thing you can do, which I haven't actually tried this yet, honestly, because I have been kind of like wimpy about it or something, but it's a really good idea, I think, and it was suggested at the gender group meeting that I went to the other day, is basically just to, when you introduce yourself to somebody new, just to tell them your pronouns. Like, even if they have no idea what, like, why you would have to tell somebody your pronouns, it just introduces the idea of pronouns being something that you can choose or identify like with a specific pronoun and not just whatever was given to you. Obviously this won't work for everybody. Like for me, I don't know if it would actually work because my pronouns that I'm currently using are she, her, and so if I go into a new situation and introduce myself to somebody who doesn't know that I'm non-binary, they're gonna assume that I'm female by saying my pronouns are she, her. They're gonna be like, well yeah, that's what I assumed because you look like a girl. But if your pronouns are something else, then it might get them to kind of think, oh, maybe they're not female. Or even if they still assume that you're female, I mean, maybe it just would give them some, like the first idea they've ever had in their life to even question a pronoun, like to even think like, wow, you're actually telling me your pronouns like it's something that could have been something else. I never thought it could be something else. I guess it's a little tricky if you're meeting somebody new and you want them to know that you're non-binary, but I mean, how do you really tell them like that other than just telling them like, hi, I'm so-and-so and I'm non-binary, which I mean, you could do, but it would probably be a little bit awkward to do it that way, especially if they didn't know what that meant and then you would have to explain it to them. So I don't know, like it's a really tricky question and I'm sorry I don't have like a really great answer for you that works every time, but for me, like the main thing has been just feeling like I have the freedom to do that, to take any of these little bits of advice that I've just given, like to use any of those, because when I was in the closet, like I couldn't really do any of that without suddenly being out and having to explain a lot of things. So it's just been nice to be able to kind of experiment with it and like try different things. And I mean, every situation is different, so you'll probably like read people in the situation and like determine whether you even want to come out to that person, or whether it's necessary in the situation, or whether it would improve the situation, or whatever. It's definitely something that I still struggle with a lot because I don't like the fact that everyone assumes that I'm female, but I don't really know how to like get away from that other than changing a lot of things that I'm not able to change right now. So like for me right now, it's not something that I can really just easily get everybody to read me as non-binary. But I don't know, hopefully some of the things that I suggested will help a little bit. But it would be great if people could leave their own ideas or things that they've found work for them in the comments. definitely if you're watching this and you've ever dealt with this and you've come up with ways to come out or to get people to read you as non-binary, or even as male or female if you identify that way, and people assume something else, give us your ideas and we will have a little brainstorm session in the comments. So thank you so much to this person for writing in. I don't know if I should give their name or not because I don't know what their situation is, but I'll just call them Jay. Thank you so much to Jay for writing in. I really appreciate it, and I hope that this was helpful to you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more of my upcoming content. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.